Waiting is a universal challenge, whether it's waiting for a train, your spouse, the perfect job, healing, or a sense of purpose. We've all got to wait sometimes. And waiting's hard, right? It takes an emotional toll. No one wants to wait for stuff, but we all have to. It's just part of life. But it's especially hard waiting for your perfect partner to come along. Doubt can creep in, and then perhaps you start comparing yourself to other people. And then the temptation to take control comes in. And that's when you find people rushing into relationships. They've been waiting ages. Suddenly they found someone really nice. You're both getting along. I've been there myself, and it's exciting. And then maybe you find yourself thinking into the future, maybe, oh, this person's perfect for me. Marry me. You might jump ahead just a little bit. But you don't want to do that. Trust me. I've done that. I think everyone in dating has done that. It's hard as Christians to wait and to hold back, but it's so worth it. Because ultimately, if you rush into a relationship and later on you find actually you're not very compatible, you haven't got the same interests, or your values in life are different, or perhaps you want different things in the future. When I think about my life, I remember waiting but praying, and I see how prayer and trusting God's timing, it led to these unexpected miracles and just amazing relationships that grew from that. So here's an example. It isn't dating related, but it really shows how leaning on God really creates these miracles in life. So I had just moved house. I was going through a particularly bad time in my life. I didn't know anyone at all where I'd just moved. I had no family nearby, no friends, no church, absolutely no community at all. I had briefly chatted to this guy a few weeks before. We got on really well, it was great, but we didn't exchange numbers, nothing was said. We didn't say, hey, perhaps let's meet up again, we've gotten really well. So I had no way of contacting this guy. I knew no one, but I prayed and prayed for lots of different things in my life, especially for meeting friends. I prayed that this guy that I had met previously would come into my life again, that I could talk to him again, because I knew it would be healing for me. It would be just wonderful to be able to talk to someone about what I was going through, but just have some connection. I left my house, walked up the hill, stopped, and I was in town. And I remember looking at my phone thinking, how can I get in contact with him? And I looked around, and there were people walking past me. It was a busy day, families together, everyone was happy. There was me. I was so lonely. I remember my name being called. This guy that I had met was walking towards me, saying my name. He just gave me a big hug. And it was just the most incredible thing. It just showed me the power of prayer. God is always working for us in the background without us knowing he's making things happen. We just need to be patient and to wait. So how can we tie this in with dating? Well, while dating, there are naturally times where we have to wait, especially as Christians, when we're taking things slow. Things might feel that they're not changing or moving forward as fast as you'd like. I remember feeling exactly the same way so many times. Yet looking back, I also remember they were the setup for greater blessings. And waiting doesn't mean being passive. God wants us to take the steps to meet people. It's not going to be any good if we just sit around waiting. We've got to be proactive. Surround yourself with a supportive community, and remember your purpose and work on that. You could work on your wisdom, your faith, who you are as a person. Use this time to learn new skills and build healthy habits. Just remember to stay open to God's lead, because sometimes these delays are ways that he's protecting us from things that aren't meant to be. Step out in faith when prompted, and remember to always be grateful for what God has done in your life already. Keeping faith and trust in his timing makes all the difference. That's what I've learned. Absolutely. Having trust and patience brings the best things in life to you. Consistent, meaningful prayer. Pray all the time about everything. He is always working in the background, and he is listening to your prayers. These things really have helped me stay focused and grounded, even if I did become disappointed. They helped me come out of that and refocus, because I then keep in mind and realize that better things are on their way. In the past 2 years, I've faced some tough times. It's been a hard time of my life. Being patient, just trusting that he had my back, it made all the difference. So if you're in a time of waiting, as so many of us are, just remember God is working in the background for you. He's bringing the best for you. It won't be long. If this video has helped you, please let us know in the comments. We would love to know. And if you can just do one thing for me, give it a quick like. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.